So in today's video, I want to talk to you about Amazon storage limits. And this is a bit of a off-the-cuff, different video, but I just want to pass on some of the lessons and some of the strategies we've used to get around some of these Amazon storage limit issues. That's what this video is going to do. I'm going to try and keep it nice and brief, nice and simple. I'm going to tell you what we've come up against this year, because I'm sure a lot of you have been struggling with it. And yeah, I'm going to talk to you about our strategy going forward and how we've managed to keep bringing in new products, keep replenishing our current products, because we got hit with the same storage limits that everyone else did. So basically, this has happened across the world, and it's a result of the pandemic for Europe there. And if you're a UK seller, there's been big consequences to us coming out of Europe, the European Union, and Brexit. But the supply chain around the world has just been hit from all angles. So whatever's happened, there are so many different things that has happened. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what has caused it. I'm sure some analyst would somewhere. But Amazon has restricted people's storage limits. So even 8-figure sellers, and I know some that do literally over 10 million a year on Amazon, have been hit with these limits. And suddenly, Amazon have looked at everyone's accounts and given you a limit based on your IPI score. So Amazon will look at all sorts of things in your account. They'll look at how much excess stock you've got, how many ASINs you've got that aren't really selling, how much current space you have, and they will determine what new shipments you can create and what you're allowed to send into Amazon. So these new storage limits caused huge problems, because if you had a load of products that were maybe slower sellers and they're already in Amazon, well, even if your best-selling products that are selling fast were needing to be replenished, well, Amazon wouldn't let you. And this was a nightmare. So we've got an account manager, and we were able to sit down with her and start to strategize and think about the best ways that we could sort of get to grips with all of this. So these are some of the things we did. Because we maybe thought at first this was all to do with Prime Day, and hopefully after Prime Day with ease. It doesn't look like it has at all, really. So, but these sort of tips helped us. So we signed up to all of the Prime deals like we would have done anyway, but we made sure we did that for all products. Okay. And we also signed up to 7-day deals, to lightning deals, because our idea was, well, in Amazon's eyes, the more boxes we tick in terms of their services, their advertisements, they might prefer us. They might give us a better score. We don't know. So the whole aim of the game for us was for us to get through as much of our stock as possible, because we needed to create space. I think we were about 5,000 units over our limit on one of the accounts, and we were 2,500 units away from having to replenish one of our best-selling ASINs, sorry. So this is what we did. We signed up. We started to think about how we could get these products moving, and we actually took the drastic decision to really look at 2 or 3 of our products that had just been sitting there, selling not really very well. You know, they weren't even selling 10 units a day. And we just decided, look, we know we can find products that are much better than this. I think we had to get rid of the emotional attachment and decide to get rid of those products. Now, you can, of course, create a removal order if you need the space there and then, take the loss. But as we had time, we thought we would try something. So these products over time had drifted off the Amazon search pages, weren't really getting any traffic, and could have been much improved. So we ran huge sale prices on them. Okay, just in your Amazon settings, we ran a sale, and we took a product from what might be $15 and let it start selling for $5. And obviously sales went crazy, and we started to sell a lot of units. And although we were making a small loss on the initial investment, we were at least getting something back rather than having to pay for removals, for Amazon's removal fees. So after a week, that product is now ranking for 10 times as many keywords. All of the ranking positions have gone up because we're selling so many, and we've got a well-optimized listing. And it's brilliant. So we then increased the price a dollar, and we continued to do this week by week until actually we were at a point where we turned 1 or 2 of our products around just by doing that, running a huge sale, getting loads and loads of units through the door and out to customers, and increasing the price back up to a level that was profitable enough for us to sit there. And it turned out, because our listing was great, because we did actually have enough reviews, the listing stuck. slightly reduced price than we were selling before, but we look at it like this. We're not looking at every sale. We're looking at the daily profit we're making on a unit. So you can use split testing software like Splitly to look at this, but all you should be interested in is how much profit are you making a day. So if you've got products that you sell for $15 and at $15 you make $100 a day profit, what you might find is by reducing it to $14, you're actually selling more units. And although you're making less profit per unit, you're selling much, much more. So you end up making maybe $150 profit a day. Which one would you pick? I think I know the answer. So that's what we did. And it opened up our eyes because we started to look at Amazon as what it really is, which is it's their marketplace. It's a privilege to be able to use it. And we needed to trim our worst selling products. And we got rid of 3 products, I think, from one account and 2 from another. And the ones that have remained now sell really well. They make us more profit a day than they were. And we are at a point where we can now replenish our best-selling products. We've been able to do that. We're able to send in new products because we've got space. So that is how we've dealt with it. Sign up to all the Prime deals, if you can afford it, of course. Sign up to Deal of the Day, Lightning deals. We even tried coupons just to see if that would improve our conversion rate. The only thing I would say with them is you're paying for every coupon. So although it does help conversions, no doubt about it, you might be better off just lowering your price. Okay, so that's how we've got around our storage limits. And we luckily have an office, so we can receive all of our goods here, which is really, really helpful, and drip feed these units into Amazon. So rather, maybe before we were sending in 3,000 units, well, now we might be sending in 400, 500 units at a time, which isn't ideal, but it keeps us going. And the same for marketplaces we're not within, say the US or Europe. You can work with fulfillment partners who will receive your products from your suppliers, maybe in the Far East, and they'll drip them into Amazon for you. Obviously, you pay for it, but it works. Okay, so that is how you can get around it. If you get really stuck and you're thinking, Nick, I'm completely stuffed, go down the fulfilled by merchant route. Why don't you do that? So many people are having to do it. So you can quite easily convert a listing to FBM, which is fulfillment by merchant, and have a fulfillment partner, a third-party fulfillment partner, hold your products and send them out as orders come in. Or you could do it yourself if you set up for it, and you're going to be selling products. So many people have had to do it. You can even find partners that have seller fulfilled Prime, which means you still get the Prime badge, even though you're doing FBM. And once you get to a point where you're ready to go back to FBA, you can switch the listing back to FBA. So that's how we're dealing with it. I hope you found this useful, guys. If you're interested in this sort of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications bell. There's going to be more useful content coming from us here at eBusiness Boss very soon. Thanks for watching.